Freshmen played a key role in the Aggie success this year, and the Southern Mississippi game provided a chance to watch the new Aggie talent.
We go to Jackson, Mississippi, and Brett Favre was their quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know. They probably had 10,000 people in the stands, and for us, it was like a practice.
I can just remember Coach Sherrill walking over to me and telling me, "You're going in next series," just out of nowhere.
You didn't feel that coming?
No, not at all. Not at all. And it took me a minute to find my helmet.
Richardson will throw his first collegiate pass. Now he's going to run with the football. Ran out of the pocket at the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's at the 45. He's at midfield. He's at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Down to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bucky Richardson.
Bucky came off, onto the field and just gave us a new, fresh blood. Like Bucky felt like they were playing in front of 80,000 people.
I mean, it just opened up right up the middle of the field. And I'll never forget that.
Bucky sparked us there, but he sparked us in a lot of other places, as well.
Here the Aggies. Richardson back on a play action. Gonna throw from the 25 toward the end zone. Harris, touchdown.
Ended up starting 6 or 7 games that year.
And Richardson optioning to the right has a big hole. He's at the 50, 45, 40, at the 35, 30, at the 20, at the 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
I did okay. I didn't play great all the time, but we were able to stack some wins together.
Live from Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, the battle for the bragging rights to the Lone Star State, Texas and Texas A&M. A very happy Thanksgiving. The records of the Aggies and the Longhorns, both 5-1 in the Southwest Conference. The winner goes to the Cotton Bowl.
Certainly, I remember the build-up to that game, and back then we had the bleachers all over the track for the game, and during the week of practice, they started putting those chairs out. It hits you pretty quick how important and how meaningful that game is.
Playing against Texas, we were so used to it at that point, just beating them. We just felt like we could, and we had them at home, so that was easy too. So it was a dogfight, but the 12th man made it easy. It was probably the loudest I've ever heard Kyle Field.
We hung around enough, and I happened to be in the game towards the end.
Option back to the right. He'll carry the ball to the 40. Goes out to midfield. He goes to Texas territory as the pitch as it goes back to Woodside. Woodside breaks the tackle, spins, breaks another tackle, goes to the 30. He spins, breaks another tackle, goes to the 20-yard line. They will run the option back to the right. Richardson will go in. Touchdown.
Part of what I don't like about today's game are the bowl games and what they don't mean. Back then, going to the Cotton Bowl was a big, big, big deal. Playing in a game for the conference championship against Texas and then able to play in a Cotton Bowl against a storied program like Notre Dame. I mean, I was playing high school football the year before.
The national media was obviously pushing a lot of Notre Dame, their history and who they are, and so it was a big deal for us to go out there and kind of show our who we were and how we got there.
Happy New Year, everybody. We think we've got a dandy for you here today. One of the major themes is the return to prominence of the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame.
I mean, Notre Dame is Notre Dame, and they had really good players back then. Tim Brown was one of their receivers who'd won the Heisman that year. So they came in with a lot of hype.
The Aggies of Texas A&M come into the Cotton Bowl for the 3rd straight year.
By that time, in the Cotton Bowl, you were averaging the first 3 years.
Yeah. We felt like we owned it. And we owned Dallas, we owned the Cotton Bowl, we owned the Southwest Conference. We felt like that was our house. It was home field for us, and and nobody could come in there and take it from us.
Complete
breaks away. And Lewis, the left-handed option throws. Touchdown, Aggies. They screen under pressure. Wallace for the backside. Richardson keeps it. Touchdown, Texas.
From a memory standpoint, being 55 years old now, looking back on my career all the way through, that's definitely that Texas game and the Notre Dame game in '87, '88 were right at the top of the list for me personally. Some of the greatest memories of my whole, football life, really, were my freshman year. To play in a game that meant so much against them is pretty special, and to win it, that's a memory of a lifetime.